Every hour in iRacing, hundreds of drivers line up to race, but only the fastest drivers make it here, the top split. People in these splits will spend hours practicing a track before they race, and often take part in multiple races per day, just to make sure they're as fast as possible. So, what would happen if you just didn't practice? The way these races work, we've got a very generous 3-minute practice session before qualifying. And if I'm going to stand any chance in this race, I need to use these 3 minutes to at least have a rough idea of the braking point into each of these corners. Or I guess we aren't going to be able to practice? We've only got 36 seconds, but we need to make every second count. This is painfully slow. So I need to adjust my field of view. Nope, that's the virtual mirror. Maybe I just need to focus on not crashing. That's the field of view. And if it isn't right before the next corner, then my reference point is going to mean nothing. There we go. Hopefully we can at least practice one corner before the timer runs out. Well, effective practice session. We adjusted our field of view. We got the force feedback dialed in. We learnt that we cannot brake that late for turn 3. I guess that means it's time to qualify. But while everyone else was able to spend their qualifying trying to brake 5 meters later, carry 1 mile an hour more at minimum apex speed, and get on throttle just fractionally earlier, I was still completely clueless about where I needed to be braking for basically all of the corners. Set up an optimal first flying lap. We've absolutely used all of the track and carried all of the speed. Again, first turn 1. Goal of this practice, this qualifying session for everyone else is to set a fast time. For us, it's just try and learn as much information as we can. And the 2 pieces of information that would matter most in this qualifying session would be finding a safe braking point into every corner and having at least some idea of whether I was on the limit of the car through the corners. We'll try 50 meter board. This was pretty good. It's somewhere around there. That would be good enough for now. If we can set a time, that would be good, but I think we've well and truly going to be starting from the back, so it's more about getting information. I'm going to try here. So we've got a braking point for turn 1, we've got a braking point for what is the effective turn 2. Last lap we went a little bit deep in this corner, so we're going to try braking just on like the first apex a little bit earlier. Didn't have to use anywhere near all of the track here, so we can carry more speed. Even though I did use all of the track, I wasn't forced to use all of the track, so I can carry more speed in this corner. Again, didn't have to use anywhere near all of the track on the exit, so we're slow through there. That was closer to using all the track. All good information. This is where we get to see exactly how far off the pace we are. So 1:52.7, 1:52.6. Our first lap is going to be a 1:53.9. So 2 seconds down on the absolute pace, but that was our first lap around the circuit. Let's see if we can make some improvements for the second lap. So we realised we could carry a lot more speed through this corner than we thought we could, so later braking, less braking. This is definitely an improvement. If we can keep up this pace for the rest of the lap, we at least won't be last at the start of the race. It wasn't good, but it was more speed. Just one more corner to go. Don't do anything stupid now. Oh, that's... Hello, darkness, my old friend. So we are somehow starting in the middle of the pack, the last of the qualifiers, a second slower than anyone else. Just goes to show that, yeah, you need to do practice, surprisingly enough, to do well in these races. But with just 40 seconds left to grid, I realised I'd completely forgot to take any fuel out of the car in qualifying, and I also had no idea how much fuel we needed for the race. Someone be kind. No one was kind. And now we have just 18 seconds to put the right amount of fuel into the car. If we have too much fuel in the car, we'll be losing seconds per lap just by being over the weight. Maybe 50 litres? I don't know. We need to grid up now or we're going to miss the start. And we've missed the start. We completely botched the first attempt at this race, and so I think a reasonable trade to make this still feel like no practice is that we just don't qualify. The 8 minutes that we had in qualifying and 3 minutes we had in practice, we've used them up. That certainly looks like it's going to rain. We've now got another crucial decision to make before the start of the race. So these times are absolutely dry tyres are faster, but it's not going to stay like this forever. And with 0 laps to be able to drive in qualifying, I'm completely in the dark. What a borderline condition. The track right now definitely dries. Like that, very lightly wet, the track is definitely dries. But it's how long it's going to stay like that is the question. At a certain point it's going to tick over. We're gridding up on slicks. We've gambled on dries. And I didn't know at the time, but over half the grid had done the same thing. We had 7 drivers on dry tyres and 6 drivers on wets. And with no ability to practice in the qualifying for this race, even this outlap was going to be critical to work out whether the dry tyres were the right choice. So things we've got to remember for this race. There's going to be a mix of tyres, so a lot of people are going to be slower if they've gone for wets, at least to begin with. Oh, it doesn't feel great here though. Someone's had a spin. Mix of tyres, changing conditions, 0 practice. So all of these factors considered, the goal of this race was at least to make it to P6, the top half of the grid. How does the track... I still think dries are faster for now, but I don't think it's as clear cut as I'd like it to be. Maybe the cars running through the circuit will dry it enough. Final corner's treacherous already.
Green, green, green.
Certainly could be a dry tyre, wet line situation.
Still there, hold your line. Slow car ahead. Clear, go right. Car right. Stay on the left. Go left. Clear on the right.
We've at least made it through the first sequence of corners. Now we need to work out where we have grip and at least try and gain a few positions on the first lap. No grip there already. Even though I'm doubting my tyre choice, you'll see in this infield section just how much grip the dry tyres have over the wets.
There's an incident ahead, right side, go right. Clear on the right, car right, go left.
Still here, mate.
Go right.
Even though this first lap has been extremely chaotic, I'm gaining confidence that the dry tyres are the right tyres to be on, and now I need to try and clear these guys as quickly as possible to make progress in the race.
Clear on the left.
So apex of the final corner was super treacherous, as is this corner.
Slow car ahead. Car stop on the left. There's an incident.
That's the crash in front. I'll go right and I can gain all of these places. Ah, sunshine and rainbows.
You've got wheel damage.
Yeah, of course we do. I obviously didn't realise it at the time, but this was actually the best thing that could have happened to our race. Gotta gamble. We have to pit to repair the damage anyway. We may as well switch onto wet tyres and hope that the track gets a lot wetter. Now we've got to hope it rains.
We expect these conditions to continue. The session has been declared wet.
That's exactly what we needed. Come on, come on, come on, come on.
Okay, go.
I mean, we lost time with the spin and having to wait for so long. Has he gone back out on dries? But what's hopefully going to help bring us back into this race is that everyone will have to pit. There's no way that the dries are going to be faster for the duration of this race, 20 minutes left. So if people try and stick it out on dries, we will catch up to them very quickly. Gap to P10, 9.6 seconds. Let's see if this comes down. Yeah, it's coming down. Almost brake as late as I thought I could in the dry there. So this guy presumably has made the switch onto wets. We're at least not completely out of this race. Got to get that corner right there. Look at the gap come down though. P6, 5.7 seconds. And in the wet, it's less about knowing the track and more about knowing the wet versus dry line. So you gain so much speed on the exit. We'll take the inside, thank you.
Clear on the left.
Gap's still coming down to 3.8 now. I think these might be dry tyre runners. It's so annoying that I don't have the overload to tell me, but I think these guys are on dries, and I think it's just going to keep getting worse and worse for them. And just to complicate it, we've got
Coming up quick.
faster class coming up. We'll say to the inside we want the dry line, the wet line rather.
That was your fastest lap of the session. You're pulling away from the car behind. The gap is 3.2 seconds.
What tyres are these guys on to be slower through the corners? We're certainly catching a lot of Toyotas. Is that 2 there? So 6th and 7th, definitely catchable. I guess that's a target, P6. This guy's a lap down, I hope he doesn't hold us up. Come on.
Faster traffic approaching. You're gaining on the car in front. The gap is 1.3 seconds. Left side. Clear.
Important overtake, that one. Now we're right on P7. A little bit too far back. Yeah, a little bit too far back. We need to try and clear P7 quickly so we can get down the road and chase down P6.
Car on your left. Still there. Faster traffic approaching. Still there. You're in the middle. 3 wide. Clear. 2 wide. Still there. Hold your line.
And we could, couldn't we? We could, but we won't.
Still there. Clear.
Careful, matey. That's P6 that's gone off in front. Now all we need to do is just maintain this position to the guy behind. Come on, sit behind. Play nice. Play nice.
Car on your left. Still there. Hold your line. Clear on the left. Car on your left. Clear.
This is our battle then, to keep 6th. And if we could finish top 6 with essentially no practice, certainly no practice in the wet, considering the first couple of laps we had, I'd take that as a win. But we've got a lot of back markers that we're going to have to navigate now without losing position. Go on, see me, leave me the space. Ah, he doesn't. We weren't going to stick it up. Oh. We weren't going to stick it up there unless he clearly left a space.
Got it.
It's looking like it's almost stopping raining though. What we do not want is the track to get drier. Track gets drier, well, I mean, I guess everyone has switched to wets now, so we're all in the same boat, but... So wets were definitely the right tyre to be on at the end. I wonder if the dry was the right tyre to be on with to begin with, and I wonder what would have happened if we hadn't have had that incident, shall we say. If we hadn't been spun around and we'd not lost, what, 10, 15 seconds? Maybe we wouldn't have decided to pit and then we would have been hurt, but... Yeah, I mean, that would have put us in an interesting spot for sure. Okay, P6 then. Considering the first couple of laps, we're... yeah, we'll take this.